When you've been doing motoring TV as long as we have, you can imagine how often we've been asked the question, what is our favorite car? Well, my answer used to be if I had a three-car garage, I'd have a Suburban, a BMW M5 1992 version, and a 911 with one caveat. It has to be a hardtop, not a convertible. It's about the engine, not the wind blowing through your hair. Well, Porsche, maybe as a compromise in 1965, introduced a 911 with a Targa roof to be called the 911 Targa. Well, this week we're in beautiful Italy for the introduction of the brand new Targa. And Italy is the appropriate place for this intro, as the word Targa is derived from the famous race in Sicilia called Targa Florio. Now, over the years, Porsche has been adding convenience features to the 911. They've been attempting to spread the net and attract new customers. Well, with that in mind, the big story for this new Targa could be headlined, "It's About Time."
The original Targa roof was great, but indeed it was a little bit, you had to take the roof off and sometimes you need two people.
Nobody's going to take off a T off a roof and stuff it in their trunk manually anymore. My God, man. And you're paying $115,000 for it. Really? I mean, maybe Ferrari could get you to do that, but not Porsche.
One Porsche engineer called this 19 seconds of technical ballet, and it sure looks complicated, which means more things could go wrong, right? Well, consider this. They are German engineers. They have spent 6 years perfecting this, and I doubt you're going to be using it in sub-zero temperatures, so I think you're okay. However, unlike a lot of other tops, this one does have a bit of an overhang, the possibility it could hit another car in a tight parking lot. They're using the parking assist technology to make sure that won't happen. If it senses something, it will stop automatically. And could you imagine this hitting another car? It would bring a driver to tears. The driver of the Porsche, that is.
The Targa always historically has had a fair share of popularity in Canada, and the fact that the new generation goes back to the original style icon with the silver hoop, it's really something that we believe that our 911 customers are going to be very interested in.
The most important thing about it is it's a 911. It's very recognizable in how it looks and how it drives as a 911. So it's as good as a 911. The deal about the Targa is you get part of a roof, you get some of the body stiffness of a coupe, but the open air stuff of a cabriolet. So it's a bit of a combination of both.
The 911 Targa comes in two flavors, the 4 and the 4S. Both 4s because it's only available in all-wheel drive. The top-of-the-line 4S has a 3.8-liter flat-six, 400 horsepower, 0 to 100K in 4.4 seconds. Now, if you can only afford the base 4, you've got a 3.4-liter flat-six, 350 horsepower, and unfortunately, it's going to take you 4.8 seconds to get from 0 to 100. Now, it does come standard with a 7-speed manual. I know the purists, that's the way you want to go. However, both those 0 to 100 times were set with the automatic, which is optional, and the PDK. And believe me, you've got the manual shift, so you're fine on the highway, but around town, stuck in traffic, as far as I'm concerned, I'm spending the extra cash and going for the auto.
I'd say the most important thing about it, though, is it's recaptured the styling of the original 1965 version. The roof rail, the roof bar has Targa written all over it. It's got 3 gills on it. It really looks like a 911 Targa should. It's 90 kilograms heavier and everything that entails. The suspension's a bit stiffer in the Cabrio, a little less than the Coupe. It's a little slower than the Coupe, but not very much. I just wish there was a turbo.
You look at the vehicle and you immediately think of the original one, and that's really what is very appealing, and I think it's going to do really well.
You know, I've really enjoyed my time behind the wheel of this new Targa. Who wouldn't? As for me though, I'm still a hardtop guy. But does it matter? Hardtop, convertible, or Targa, it's still a 911. And it's been a while since I've driven a 911. I have had the opportunity, but you know, back home with gridlock, inconsiderate, left lane bandits, and tax collectors everywhere, excuse me, speed traps, it just hasn't been a lot of fun anymore. However, driving over here in Europe is reminding me what I like about driving and what I like about the 911. There is an almost graceful fluidity as drivers are in tune with each other, and yes, it's exhilarating. You actually feel safe at any speed, even 220 kilometers an hour in the Targa. The bottom line, this new automated top will attract new customers to the showroom. And once again, Porsche has found a way to make a great car better.